Okay, here we are in the present moment, and I just ate lunch. And I know it's not ideal to practice yoga with a stomach full of pizza, but life is not ideal. And sometimes we have to do yoga, we have to practice when we have the time, and sometimes that time is right after lunch. So, today's practice, I'm gonna make sure that it is assisting my digestion as much as possible and not disrupting it. So, nothing too crazy, no fire breath, not a bunch of jumping around. It's gonna be a very chill practice. So make sure that you're comfortable in your seat. We're gonna start seated, and let's open with an Om. Thank you so much for joining me, by the way. We'll take the hands together at the heart. Take a big breath in. Awesome, and we'll just begin with some gentle spinal movement. Breathing in, stretching your arms out wide. And then breathing out, rounding the spine. Bring your hands together and interlace the fingers except for the index fingers. Inhaling forwards and up, arms lifting up over your head. And then exhaling, bend over to your right. Reaching over with your left arm. And then inhaling, come up tall. And then exhaling, go over the other way. Inhaling, coming up tall. And then exhaling, twist to the right. Left hand reaching for the right knee. Inhale, coming up. Exhaling, going the other way. Inhaling up. Exhaling, hands to heart. Good, so that's our little sequence. Let's do it a few more times. Breathing in, opening. Breathing out, rounding, hands coming together. Interlace the fingers, inhaling forwards and up. Exhaling over to the right. Inhaling up. Exhaling over to the left. Inhaling up. Exhaling, twisting to the right. Inhaling forwards, sorry, not forwards, just up. Exhaling, twisting to the left. Inhaling up. Exhaling, hands to heart. Good, and again, breathe in, open wide. Exhale, round, hands come together. Inhale, forwards and up. Exhale, leaning to the right. Inhaling up. Exhale, leaning left. Inhaling up. Exhaling, twisting right. Inhaling up. Exhaling, twisting left. Inhaling up. Exhaling, hands to heart. Good, let's just do it one more time. Breathing in, open. Now that your body knows the sequence, exhale. Inhale, forwards and up. Exhale, bending to the right. Inhaling up. Exhale, bending left. Inhaling up. Exhale, twisting right. Inhaling up. Exhaling left. Inhaling up. Exhaling, hands down to your heart. Awesome. Now, let's just take your opposite elbows in your hands And let's just do a little muscle activation for the side body. So these are for the side flexion muscles. We're just gonna hold your opposite elbows and let's bend to the right, and this time squeeze and hold for 6 seconds. And then we'll go the other way. You don't have to hold your breath while you're squeezing, but you can. Good. The key is to muscle activation techniques, squeezing the muscle groups that you want to activate for 6 repetitions of 6 seconds. Good, so just keep going, alternating sides. A few more times each way. Awesome. And then after you have done 6 repetitions of 6 seconds on each side, we'll go ahead and come up to your hands and knees. And before we go into cat-cow, let's just do some circling. Let's just swirl around a few times going counterclockwise. And I want you to really let yourself get into the movement. You can let your head and your neck be part of this. And then let's go the other way. Awesome. Now come back to the midline and let's do some cat and cow. Breathing into cow and breathing out to cat. That's the pattern every time. Your inhale brings you to cow and your exhale brings you to cat. And definitely go at a pace that feels good to you. Sometimes in different practices, I'll encourage you to go fast. Sometimes I'll encourage you to go slow. But especially in these intuitive flow classes, you gotta go at the pace that feels good for you. This is nobody else's practice, and only you really know exactly what you need. So trust yourself. Good. The next time you come into cow, hold the position. You can hold your breath in if you want to. And then exhale into cat, and you can hold your breath out if you want to. And really arch the back, a strong arch. Squeeze your abdominal muscles. And then inhale back to a neutral spine. Awesome. Now, intuitively, I'm wanting to lay down on my belly right now. So let's do that. Let's go down onto your belly. And you can make a little pillow for your forehead with your hands. And I promise I'm not taking a post-lunch nap right now. We're just going to lay here for a minute and get a little bit more grounded. And have a little tummy time. And you can allow yourself to move your hips from side to side. And just notice and really feel
through your senses, through touch, everything that you can possibly notice. The textures underneath you, sensations of pleasure through every body part touching the ground. But not only physical sensations, also sounds in your environment. The sound and feeling of your breath coming in and out. And anything else that you can notice about your environment in this present moment. And then for the last few moments in this position, you can just wiggle your fingers and toes around on the ground and take in those sensations. Your fingers and toes are some of the most sensitive parts of your body. So for me, doing this kind of stuff is really helpful for coming out of my head and the stuff that I've been thinking about, to have a more feeling-based experience in my practice instead of thought-based. Excellent. Now when you're ready, you can come back up to your hands and knees. And let's begin with a very simple flow. Before we go into sun salutations, let's go from child's pose to cow, inhaling, to down dog, exhaling, back to cow, inhaling, back to child's pose, exhaling. Let's do that several times. Inhaling, cow, exhaling, down dog. Inhaling, cow, exhaling, child's pose. Inhaling, cow, exhaling, down dog. Inhaling, cow, exhaling, child's pose. Inhaling, cow, exhaling, down dog. Inhaling, cow, exhaling, child's pose. So now that you know what movements we're doing, I'm just going to cue the breath. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Good. The next time you end up in down dog, stay in down dog. And we'll take several deep breaths in down dog. Still focusing on Ujjayi breath. I don't know if I talked about Ujjayi breath yet, but it comes in and out through the nose. And you're creating a rhythmic ocean sound by contracting the back of your throat as you exhale, which creates a nice rhythm for your practice, and it's both stimulating and calming for your mind. So it helps to bring you to an inner state of energized calmness, energized stillness. Excellent. 2 more breaths. Breathing in long, breathing out slow. Next time you exhale, looking at your hands, and then inhaling forwards to a long spine. So stretching your butt and your head away from each other, so it's kind of like a halfway lift. You can put your hands up on your shins, and then fully exhale as you fold over your legs. And then inhale, coming all the way up. Exhaling, hands to heart. And let's just do that a couple times. Breathing in, lifting the arms overhead. Exhaling, fully folding. Inhaling, halfway lifting. Exhaling, folding. Inhaling all the way up. And let's be really serious about breathing very thoroughly. Do it again. Breathing in, lift up. Arching the spine, exhaling, folding. Inhaling, half lift. Exhaling, fully folding. Inhaling, hinge all the way up. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Good. And again, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, half lift. Breathing out, big fold. Breathing in all the way up. Breathing out, hands to heart. Good. One more time. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. I hope you're intuitively learning how to move with your breath. Inhale all the way up. Exhaling, hands to heart. This time let's add some movements into it and make it a full sun salutation. Breathing in, lift up. Breathing out, folding. Breathing in, long spine. Breathing out, back and down. Let's come down to the knees, chest, and shin, all touching the earth at the same time. And then push through with your toes, lift up into cobra. And then exhale and move back into your down dog. Good. Taking a few deep breaths in down dog again. Deep, full breaths. Breathing in long. Breathing out slow. Breathing in long. Breathing out slow. Breathing in long. Breathing out slow. Looking at your hands, breathing in as you come forwards to long spine. Big breath out as you fold. Big breath in as you come all the way up. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Good. The exact same sequence again. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out, go back and down to the knees, chest, and shin. Breathing in, come through pelvis, rooting to the ground in cobra. And then exhaling, move back into downward facing dog. Awesome. Take a few breaths here in down dog. Excuse me for just a moment. I need to get a drink of water. If you ever have to leave your mat during your practice, just make it part of your practice.
Looking at your hands, breathing out. And then breathing in, coming forwards, long spine. Big breath out as you fold. Big breath in, coming all the way up. Exhaling, hands to heart. Great. Now let's go into a little bit more of an elaborate standing sequence. We're going to add some more postures into it. Let's come into chair, lifting the arms up and holding the position for 5 deep breaths. Look up at your hands. Or if you're outside, look up at the sky. And then breathing out, fold. Breathing in, long spine. Breathing out, go back and down. You can continue to go to the knees, chest, and chin, or you could do chaturanga to up dog. Inhaling, chest forwards, whether you're doing cobra or up dog. And then exhale, tuck the toes and move back to down dog. Now breathing in, lift up your right leg. Exhaling, pull the knee into your nose and come through to a lunge. Breathing in, reaching up with your arms. Breathing out, hands come to the ground. Breathing in, go to plank. Breathing out, lower. Breathing in, coming forwards and up with your heart, with your chest. And then exhaling, moving back to down dog. Good, left side, same thing. Inhaling the leg up. And then exhaling, coming through to low lunge. Inhaling, lifting the arms. Exhaling, reaching to the ground. Inhaling to plank. Exhaling, lowering. Inhaling, lifting your chest. Exhaling, moving back. Downward facing dog for 3 to 5 breaths. Exhaling, looking at your hands. Inhaling, coming forwards to long spine. Exhaling, big forward fold. Inhaling to chair, looking up at your hands. Once again, holding the position. We're going to start holding all the positions for longer. When you're ready, exhaling out of chair. And we're going to really slow this one down. At least 5 breaths per posture. For me, you can always modify to make it last longer or shorter. It's your practice. Ready? Breathing into chair. When you're ready, exhaling to fold. Inhaling, long spine. Exhaling all the way down. I guess we're not holding all the postures. Inhaling forwards and up, but let's hold this one. Cobra or upward facing dog for about 5 deep breaths. Really pull your shoulders down and back, whichever posture you're in, and lift your heart out. Good, and then when you're ready, exhale back to down dog. Inhaling, right leg up when you're ready. Exhaling, stepping through to lunge. Breathing in, lifting up your arms. And then we're going to do our first little twist, but first hang out here for a few breaths. And let's interlace your fingers to Kali Mudra. So we did Kali Mudra in the beginning, I just didn't call it that. You're interlacing your fingers, your index fingers are extended. And let's do some rotating in your spine. So a little bit of twisting. Good, and then you can hang out twisting to your right. I'll explain why we twist to the right first in just a moment when I'm not actually in a twist anymore. Good, and then when you're ready, you can release that twist. Hands come down to the ground. And then inhale back to your plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, move back into your down dog. So we're getting lots of good spinal movement.
When you're ready, lift your left leg, breathing in. And then exhaling, pull the leg through, come into your lunge. When you're ready, lift your arms on an in-breath. So the reason we twist to the right first is for your digestion, actually, because you have your ascending colon going up the right side. It goes across transverse colon and then down on the left side. So we always want to move the contents of your intestines in the correct cyclical direction. We always want to assist digestion happening, not mess it up. All right, twisting to your left. Notice we're not using any leverage. We're just using the trunk rotation muscles to make yourself twist. So this is a little bit more muscle activation. We're not doing 6 holds of 6 seconds, but I think it's still working. Good, when you're ready, let's come out of the twist, hands to the ground. We're gonna do a little bit more twisting in a minute. Breathing in, go back. Breathing out, go down. Breathing in, go forwards and up. Breathing out, move backwards. Awesome. Now when you're ready, let's breathe out and look at your hands. And when you're ready, we'll breathe in to come forwards to a long spine. Exhaling, folding forwards. Inhaling to chair. So this is going to be one of the hardest things that I do and offer to guide you through today. We're going to hold the chair for 5 breaths. If you want, you can come up on your tiptoes. Good, and then we're gonna twist to your right. So let your heels come back down to the ground if you were on your tiptoes. Take your left elbow to the outside of your right leg and turn to your right. Taking 5 deep breaths. Good, now when you're ready, inhale back to center. And then exhale, twisting to your left. Excellent. Breathing in, come out of your twist and come all the way out of chair. Reaching your arms up to sky. Exhaling your hands all the way down through the midline, reaching for your big toes with your peace sign fingers. Maybe separate your feet a little bit from where they were. Hold your big toes. Breathe in, long spine. Breathe out, big fold. Excellent. Now take your hands together, rub your hands together, and then take your hands and stick them under your feet and feel the connection between your palms and the soles of your feet. Enjoy that feeling for 5 deep breaths. Excellent. Now when you're ready, let your hands come out from under your feet. Take a big breath in as you hinge from your hips and come up, reaching your arms above your head. And then exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. Awesome. Now let's step out wide. So let's just do some side-to-side movement. And let's get into an even more fluid and flowy state. So you can do whatever you want with your arms. And just enjoy the side-to-side movement. And we're actually going to do some more combinations of movement and breath here. So come into a really nice, deep, luxurious, enjoyable breath. If you want, you can take your hands to your knees.
And we'll just first come down into a goddess pose. So let's get your toes so that they're all pointing out to the short ends of your mat. And in this case today, I sometimes will do goddess posture differently, but I'm feeling it like this. So take your hands to your knees and let yourself sink down and let your shoulders come up to your ears. In this case, you're not shrugging your shoulders up to your ears. You're not in stress. You're actually relaxing. Normally, if the shoulders are up close to your ears, it's because you're shrugging your shoulders in stress. But in this case, it's actually the opposite. Take a couple more deep breaths. Excellent. Now keep your legs basically as they are. And here's the breath that I'm going to guide you through. We're breathing in, coming up, and then breathing out, squatting and hinging. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. As you're doing this, imagine that your whole body is breathing. This is what an in-breath looks like. And this is what a deflating out-breath looks like. Breathing in. Breathing out. What I'm trying to say is the movements are not separate from the breaths. They are very much happening together. Awesome. Take the hands together above your head just for a moment. Hold your breath in. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Squeeze Mula Bandha. And breathe out. Hands coming all the way down. We're going to go right into this Tai Chi form. So we're going out and around as you breathe out. And we're breathing in as you come up the middle. And you can decide how much you want to bend your knees in this. Try to come into a very smooth, fluid state through your breath. Awesome. This time, bring your hands together at your heart. Standing still, feeling your feet rooted into the ground, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your butt cheeks, relaxing your knees, relaxing your jaw, relaxing your belly. Awesome. Now let's take some big steps. And I want you to pretend like you're on a different planet for a minute where gravity isn't as strong as what we're used to on Earth. And so you're already moving into a balancing practice. Just seeing how long you can stand on one foot as you slowly take a very large step. You could also pretend that you are underwater. And every time you put your foot down on the ground, imagine that your foot is kissing the ground. And then find where you want to root. And whichever one of your feet goes down to the ground next, root into the ground and let's go up into tree pose. Slowly sliding, drawing this grounding energy up, and then blossoming into a beautiful, unique tree. Connected down into the earth through your roots and connected up into the sky through your branches. If you can do tree pose with your eyes closed, bonus points. Excellent. Let's come back down to the earth. And now root down with your other foot. And let's come up into another tree, drawing this stability up from the ground. Make sure that this point where your foot and your leg come together is a strong point, because not only are you pushing into the leg, you're also pushing into the foot from the strength of your hip. And then we grow up into tree pose. It's okay if there's wind in the forest and it blows you around. You haven't actually fallen until you've fallen. And if you do fall and hit the ground, it's okay. It can be a very humbling experience. It's all fine. It's all part of your practice. We're not doing this, we're not going for perfection in any way. Good. Hopefully finding inner stillness. And when you're ready, we will come back down to the ground. So you can release the pose. Shake out your legs if you need to. And then make your way back into downward facing dog.
Excellent. So I just have a little bit more for you. Just a very little bit. Let's come down to your hands and knees when you're ready. Maybe take a few more breaths here first, though.
And then from your hands and knees, we will come into our biggest twist of the practice. So you can start by reaching your left arm up, breathing in. And then as you breathe out, we'll reach the arm under and across. You can come onto your shoulder. You can come onto the back of your head.
And there are different variations of this twist. You could put your right hand on your lower spine. You could keep your hand on the ground, or you could reach your right leg up into the air, bend the knee, and see if you can reach back with your right hand and find the foot. And take a few more deep breaths. And again, if you fall, it's totally fine. Try to hit the ground like a jellyfish, though. Hit the ground soft. You don't want to be stiff when you hit the ground. It's very jarring. Good. When you're ready, you can come back down to the earth.
And we'll go the other way. This time breathing in, reach up your right arm. Breathing out, go under. Come onto your shoulder.
Come into your twist. Feel yourself rooted to the ground. Looking up at the ceiling or the sky. Taking a few more breaths. Good. And then when you're ready, release. And let's just melt for a few minutes. So if there's any other posture that you feel like you really want to do, you can. But if you feel complete, you feel ready to lay down, then you can come down onto your front body, you can come onto your back body. And let's just relax, completely relax for a few minutes and let go of time. Let go of control. Of everything that you can. When you're laying on your yoga mat, when you're laying on the ground, you can't really control anything. Except your body, your mind, and your breath. But we're going to try to let go of those things as well and just let yourself melt into the present. Your mind may be full of thoughts, and that's totally okay. You don't have to try to stop your thoughts. In fact, please don't try to stop your thoughts. Don't judge your thoughts. Just allow them to happen. Let your breath happen naturally. And let your body completely relax. Good. When you're ready, come back to your deep breathing. If you want, you can open your eyes and just calmly start to look around your room with new eyes, maybe with new perspective or maybe in a different mental state. Sometimes after I do a little practice like that and I come back down to earth, I look around the room and it's like I'm in a different room because I see everything instead of being so consumed in my thought world. That may or may not be a relatable experience for you, but yeah. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe bring the knees into the chest. And then gradually bring yourself back to an easy seated position. And just take a moment to have some closing thoughts with yourself. Maybe remember an intention that you have, or set an intention for where you want to focus your energy for the rest of the day. Maybe send some vibrations of peace out into the universe. And we'll close just the way we started, with another big Om. Taking the hands together at the heart, rubbing the hands together. Taking a big breath in. Bowing the head to the heart. Thank you so much for joining me for that intuitive practice. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can find more intuitive flows and classes of other styles in my on-demand virtual yoga library. And I'll put a link to that below. And if you're already there, or if you're currently practicing in my on-demand virtual library, thank you for your support, and I hope you have an amazing day.